you are asking of my take on New Year's resolution, right? All right. Okay. Like I was saying, New Year resolution basically has to do with individuals most often at the end of the year, going like in with within the coming year. This is what I want to do. All right. The problem is not with having a New Year resolution, but the problem is how you go about achieving it, which most often people do not get that in their plan. All right. So if I say this, what do I mean? Giving an example of someone whose New Year resolution is to have an amount of £1,000 in their account at the end of the year. It is now left for you to devise strategies to achieving that. All right. So what are your short-term plans, and then what are your long-term plans? And even within the short-term plans, what are the other steps you take towards achieving those short-term plans? That is the most important thing. So from my point of view, if you ask whether having a New Year resolution is good or bad, I'll say it is, but how to get there is the problem, which most often people do not inculcate that in their plan. Benjamin Franklin, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. All right. So the issue of having a New Year resolution is a very important subject which needs not to be undermined. But how to achieve it is very important, and then every individual should have a plan on how to achieve those goals. It's not just a matter of having a plan, but have a plan also as to how to achieve those goals. Like the good book says, there is a season to everything under the sun. Yeah. Whatever you are going through, just know that no situation or no condition is permanent. You surely overcome it. Just don't be lazy, put in the work, and it's going to be alright. Yeah.
So, New Year resolution, what's your take on it, please?
I think New Year's resolution, it's an unnecessary thing to actually do, because as an individual, you always have to have a growth mindset to know what you want in life and what to do to get it. You don't need to set New Year resolution every year. Most people are not even able to achieve what they set in every resolution. So I don't think it's necessary. I think it has to do with the mindset, the growth mindset, the positive mindset, knowing who you are and what you want and what you have to do to achieve what you want. If you know that, you don't need anyone to any resolutions, because you always have always have a target to meet and something to achieve, and you know how to manage your time and manage your resources to achieve that. I think that's it.
Okay.
Time. Just know that hard time is part of life. You just have to go through it and to build you up. So you don't. It's normal. A bad topo. Yeah, like a Gamma would say, you have to go through the struggle.
The New Year resolution is something that is important for people who are focused, for people who really want to better themselves, people who really want to challenge themselves, who want to become the very best that they can be marked. However, for most people, the New Year resolution is more like a rules, something that we forget as soon as we have written them down and start them somewhere we can see them. Life happens and events take over things, and then we start to hustle, and then it gets lost in the list of all of that. One funny thing is that in the final analysis, when there's calm, when there's a bit of calm, you get to see that you have something you can benchmark on, something you really can use to gauge your process, like gauge your progress. Have I really advanced? Have I really achieved this and that? Have I really done this? Have I really been able to do that? By and large, it is actually a very good thing, but oftentimes it gets lost in the marketplace of the cacophony of life. But it's still very important in any case.
Okay. So what is your advice to everyone out there going through struggles, going through pains? What will you tell them, please?
That's life. That's like the Yoruba adage will say, if you don't know where the rain starts to beat you, then how would you know what is actually happening? The New Year's resolution helps you to set out in your journey in life, and then with the understanding that life will happen. So whenever life happens, at least you can take solace in the fact that to an extent you are prepared for this journey of uncertainty called life.
Thank you.
You're welcome.